Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into Atomfall, a new survival action title from Rebellion that dares to mix post-apocalyptic grit with a uniquely British twist. If you love games that blend detective-style exploration with tense combat and a heavy dose of atmosphere, then you're in for a treat. Let's get into it. Atomfall is set in a post-nuclear England, 5 years after the catastrophic 1957 Windscale fire transformed the countryside into a quarantined wasteland. You wake up with no memories, thrown into a world that is both mysterious and hostile. The narrative isn't spoon-fed. Instead, you gradually piece together what happened through cryptic clues and environmental storytelling. The game's backdrop is a blend of decaying industrial relics and surprisingly vibrant natural landscapes, creating a mood that's simultaneously eerie and evocative of classic British horror. Every ruined building and overgrown field tells a story, drawing you deeper into this alternate history. Atomfall shuns the traditional quest marker system in favor of an organic, investigation-driven approach. Instead of following a glowing arrow, you collect leads scattered around the world, snippets on walls, whispered hints from NPCs, or torn notes that hint at a larger mystery. This system forces you to become a detective in your own right. While this non-linear method rewards curiosity and exploration, it can sometimes leave you wondering if you missed a vital clue. It's a design choice that perfectly fits the game's overall atmosphere, emphasizing immersion over hand-holding. When it comes to combat, Atomfall offers a robust mix of melee and ranged options. You can opt for the raw power of weighty melee weapons, think of the iconic cricket bat and axe, or choose a more precise approach with firearms and bows. A standout feature is the heart rate system, which replaces the traditional stamina bar. Your character's performance in combat is directly tied to their pulse. Sprint too long, and your heart rate spikes, impairing your aim when you need it most. This mechanic adds a realistic twist that makes every firefight feel more intense and strategic. However, while the combat is satisfying, the enemy AI often feels a bit too predictable. You can sometimes manipulate their behavior to your advantage, which makes the challenge feel uneven at times. Stealth plays a crucial role as well. The system is straightforward. Crouch, move slowly, and avoid unnecessary confrontations. The simplicity is refreshing, although it might not please those looking for more intricate sneaking mechanics. Still, the combination of a simple stealth system with the unpredictable encounters in the world creates moments of high tension that keep you on your toes. One of Atomfall's most captivating aspects is its atmosphere. The game splits its world into several smaller, interconnected zones, instead of one sprawling open world. This segmented design allows for carefully crafted environments, each with its own unique identity. From eerie, abandoned villages to overgrown wilderness dotted with remnants of a bygone era. You might find yourself wandering through a quiet countryside one moment, only to stumble upon a derelict industrial site the next, each location packed with environmental details that evoke classic British folklore and horror. This meticulous attention to detail, from the crumbling architecture to unexpected bursts of color and nature, makes the world feel both lived in and mysterious. That said, the use of loading screens between these zones can occasionally break the immersion for players expecting a seamless experience. However, these breaks also serve as a moment to catch your breath and prepare for the next challenge. Survival in Atomfall is as punishing as it is rewarding. Resources like ammo and health supplies are scarce, and your inventory space is severely limited. Every item you pick up, whether it's a makeshift bandage, a crucial perk found in the wilderness, or a key to the next clue, must be chosen carefully. This tight management system adds a layer of strategic tension. You're constantly forced to weigh the risk and reward of what you carry. For those who enjoy a hardcore survival challenge, this aspect is a boon. On the other hand, if you prefer a more forgiving experience, the constant need to manage your resources might feel a bit overwhelming. Forget the traditional quest log. In Atomfall, the story unfolds through scattered fragments of dialogue and environmental cues. Every NPC is a potential source of information, but here's the twist. Anyone can be killed, even key quest givers. This adds a dark layer of consequence to your interactions, forcing you to think twice before taking drastic actions. The game's narrative is intentionally opaque, inviting you to dive deeper into the mystery by piecing together clues from every corner of the map. While this non-linear approach empowers you to create your own story, it can also lead to moments of confusion when the next step isn't clearly defined. It's a delicate balance between freedom and frustration that defines the game's unique charm. Beyond the core gameplay, Atomfall excels in creating a rich, immersive experience. The sound design and visual effects work together to create an eerie atmosphere. Whether it's the unsettling silence of an abandoned pub or the distant hum of a reactor at the power plant, the developers have clearly taken care to integrate every small detail, from the environmental storytelling to the quirky, often darkly humorous interactions with NPCs. These layers of detail not only enhance the overall immersion, but also encourage you to slow down and savor each moment. For example, stumbling upon a hidden note in a crumbling building might not change your immediate objectives, but it enriches the world and makes every exploration feel meaningful. Now here are the pros at a glance for Atomfall. A uniquely atmospheric setting that merges post-apocalyptic decay with the charm of the British countryside. An innovative quest system driven by investigation rather than traditional markers, adding a detective-like allure to the game. Combat that delivers satisfying, weighty melee hits alongside punchy, realistic gunplay, highlighted by a unique heart rate mechanic. High player freedom. Approach situations in a way that suits your style, whether that means stealth, brute force, or creative tactics. Meticulously crafted visuals and sound design that bring each environment to life with unexpected details and ambient storytelling. And of course, let's also consider the cons. Enemy AI can feel too predictable at times, reducing the challenge of encounters. The investigation-driven quest design, while refreshing, may sometimes come off as overly vague and frustrating. The skill tree and progression systems lack depth compared to more traditional RPGs, relying on scattered perks rather than robust character customization. The segmented world design, though detailed, might disappoint those expecting a seamless, expansive open world. Occasional loading screens can break immersion during extended play sessions. And so, for the final thought, Atomfall is clearly a game that dares to take risks. It blends the tactical combat elements of Rebellion's Sniper Elite series with a narrative and exploration system that feels like a classic detective adventure. Its strengths lie in its immersive atmosphere, innovative quest design, and the way it forces you to think on your feet, whether you're managing your heartbeat during intense combat or deciphering cryptic clues to progress the story. That said, the game isn't without its flaws. The enemy AI and some of the obtuse mission markers might frustrate players who favor a more straightforward approach. And if you're looking for deep RPG mechanics or a fully integrated open world, you might feel a bit shortchanged. However, if you appreciate a game that challenges you to be both a tactician and a sleuth while embracing a distinctly British post-apocalyptic vibe, Atomfall is definitely worth checking out. So if you're into survival action games that reward exploration, strategic thinking, and a healthy dose of mystery, Atomfall might just be your next favorite adventure. Its blend of tension, humor, and a genuine sense of place sets it apart in a crowded genre. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think a game that lets you kill even the quest givers adds to the thrill, or does it risk breaking the immersion? Thanks for watching this review. If you enjoyed the breakdown and want more in-depth looks at upcoming games, hit that like button and subscribe for more. Until next time, happy gaming!